1% time. I just got off the live. Just on the live. If I fucking close the app or I close my phone, all of this shits on itself. All of it. So we're back. I don't know if y'all caught. We're just starting from the beginning. First off, oh yeah, show you the vibes of where I'm at. Y'all remember this place? I was here maybe day 108, 107, something like that. But I am back in Maryland. These went to Alaska to work, and then went to a lumberjack show 4th of July, and July 3rd was my birthday, so appreciate the birthday love for who will be seeing this in the future. There's been zero people watching for a while, but whenever I post it on YouTube, it seems to get some reciprocation, which is pretty dope. But that being the case, I need to update y'all on what the fuck happened, why I went to Alaska to work, and where I'm at now, and what's next. Y'all gotta understand that, so y'all understand the journey. All right. Yeah, this is the vibes of where I slept. It's hot. Oh, okay. My alarm went off. I thought life was about to end. I was gonna disconnect, but yeah, we set y'all up and then move accordingly. All right. All right. So I can explain to y'all what the fuck's going on. I gotta talk about what happened the other night too. That was one of the worst intentionally homeless. I'm sweating. That was one of the worst intentionally homeless nights I've had. The worst. I explained in my last live why that was, so I don't gotta go through that again. Allergies are not kicking as hard as it was in Florida. That shit was terrible when I was in Florida, bro. Shit was terrible. Alright. Technical difficulties. Just trying to set up the fucking camera. It's on a fucking hill, so just leaning over. It's got a little gangsta lean. What the fuck? Just stay flat, dog. That's all you gotta do. This shit. Pour me a double shot of whiskey. Well, let me put you on top of my fucking. Put you on top of my. I'm scared that shit's gonna fall over and break, and my life's gonna be over. Alright, that's good enough. Alright. Set y'all up over in the cut. What the fuck? I don't think that's mine. Oh shit. Set y'all up over in the cut. It's hot as bitch. Do I prefer it hot or cold? Yeah, it's a hard dynamic because it's like I just have to go to the laundromat a lot more now since it's hot as fuck. y'all can see everything. I have to back y'all up a little bit more. All right. Pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Yeah, y'all might be good right there. Yeah, y'all be good right there. Okay, what the fuck is going on, y'all? What's happening? What's new? What's cracking? So yeah, on June 3rd is when I stopped the Intentionally Homeless grind, and I came to and I went back on the boats to Alaska because working these jobs, it's just finding work just to survive. And I know when I work in Alaska, not only everything's paid for, but I'll be able to save up money to be able to do the next steps of what I like to do. So went back to work in Alaska for about a month, and if I do another contract, I'll probably do like 2-month one, save up a decent amount more money, but depends on this next venture and what happens within that. But yeah, so I get paid about $1,000 a week. I'm a steward, National Geographic. On a cruise line out there, get hit up to fill in, and it's really convenient, honestly, because they're not on my dick about social media. They don't give a fuck about what I'm doing outside of it. They just want me to go in and get the job done. And as steward, I just prep, bus, and I prep, serve, and bus for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We clean the rooms, and yeah, we tend to the guests and we vibe out. I don't really care too much about getting off the boat. I wanted to go fly fishing. That's what I did want to do. It's a new experience, but going hiking, and that's cool, I guess. That's not what I need to be doing right now. I need to focus in on next journeys. That's right, for me. I also had a little boo thing on the boat. I made it very transparent in the beginning that this is something I can't commit to outside of this. So, she was older, 35, a 4-month contract like I did. But yeah, so one thing I want to talk about while I was on the boat. I would say 95% of my time on the boat was lit, but I would say probably half the boat didn't really fuck with me. Because when you bring a certain light to an environment, it makes it so sometimes that can be blinding. And sometimes some people can't really see who you are or what energy you're trying to bring. And also, when your light's bright as fuck, you tend to cast a shadow. And when you're comfortable with who you are, people tend to wonder why that isn't themselves. Why am I not comfortable? Or sometimes people just aren't, it's called emotional contagion, aren't on the same frequency when it comes to emotionality. It's emotional contagion, which means our frequency is determined by the number of occurred, it's like something like the number of occurred statements over a repeated amount of time. I don't know, but a lot of times we read body cues, body language, as well as facial cues, and general nonverbal communication to understand a person and where they're at. And so in that environment, when I'm vibrating at a high level and I'm just very out there and confident in myself, some people think I have a very high superiority complex before they even get to know me, because I come in with fucking Boots and Romper and Jungle J and Naked Afraid of Love, and always being the guy in the spotlight, because I know if I'm in the spotlight that I can make everybody else's light bright. And there's nothing like creating an experience for somebody else and making them smile. But a lot of people think it's for me. Fuck them. But that being the case, it takes me more energy just to not fuck with people than to fuck with them. And so that's what had to happen. Is most deckhand side, it was like, fuck them. They're just, I don't think any of them were bad people. I just think energy was allocated away from me because they either didn't enjoy my presence or couldn't relate to me. So, fuck them. That was them. And just most of the stewards, they got to know me for who I was and understood, oh, wow, this dude actually is emotionally intelligent, introspective, wise, creative dude. He cares about people, and it's not just about himself, why he does what he does. And so, honestly, I only put energy towards the people that would like to reciprocate the same. So, but what happened was, I started messing with a girl, right? And I honestly, at this point, one sec, the air. Oh, y'all can't even hear that. But at this point, I really don't have time for women. On the boat, it was like, fuck it, having a good time, vibing out. But it was about week 2 into my contract, and talked about sincerity and being honest and open, and so she comes up to me one night when I'm working out, and she says, it's late at night, she puts her hand on my chest, she says, is everything good? I said, yeah. And she said, well, I feel a lack of sincerity, and I hope everything's good. And I knew instantly something was wrong. And so, and my connection with her was great, right? It was started off of both of us just fucking hating each other because I thought she was a fucking lesbian bitch, and then she thought I was a superficial, self-consumed douchebag. And we both figured out that wasn't the case, even though I'm not the type to write someone off like that. But that being the case, we connected, and during that moment, we actually didn't find out we're both individuals that love to learn. We were very interested in vocabulary. We would always do 3 words a day, and so everything was moving in the right direction until, of course, people start talking shit, which normally wouldn't even, which didn't, but be the case of what I would give a fuck about. But it's crazy, guys, how misrepresented that was. But we went into the room, and to sum it up, we talked for like an hour or so. But to sum it up, she said, I feel really, I know we pride ourselves on sincerity, and I just feel real insincere right now in the communication that I thought we had, and something that we were going upon, and where we're at, and friends-wise, and pretty much it ended up circling around to the fact that there was a time on my 1-month contract where, or either my 4-month contract, I'm not sure which one it was, where it was all male stews, and supposedly we tried to corner this one girl, and then me in particular tried to just get with her. She was like, it kind of sounds like rapey vibes. I said, my fucking blood rushed through already before that. My blood was rushing, adrenaline was going, but then my arms felt heavy. My heart starts racing, and I could feel like a fucking aura around me I've never felt of something. And I was trying to feel my hands, because I've never been misrepresented to that degree. And then she said there's a woman I was with that I ended up hooking up with, that I stole her fucking money. And this is a woman that I was hooking up with, and I stole her money, and I was like, so I'm being called a rape. And then I just, you know what, I didn't react, right? Your first emotion is never the first one you should go off of, right? In the case,
I am being accused of being rapist, and then also being accused of being a thief, and then also mentioning, after you're talking for a little bit longer, saying that all dudes want to do is get their dick wet. And I'm like, and I took some time to respond, and this whole time I was looking her dead in her eyes, the whole fucking time, dog. The whole time. Like, I'm making the utmost amount of eye contact to let her know this is who I am, and I'm confident and competent in this situation of high stress and confusion within the both of us. And I say to her with the most calming and sincere response that I've ever had in my life was, I know myself. I know myself. And I let that sit. I said, I know myself. And I said it again. I know myself. And I know, for whoever said this about me, this is where they're at in the point in their life. And I don't even need to focus on them, because I need to focus on the connection that we have and the trust that we have. And understanding, if that's the type of person that you think that I am, perfectly fine. I will move accordingly. I have no problem the whole boat going against me, and me doing all my work, all the work I can on myself, because I have too much love, too much energy, and I speak nothing but truth and virtue into myself and the people around me. And I can't reciprocate negative energy. I could sit here and try to fact check and get a credibility, try to get my credibility of who did what. Childish. I'm on the offense. Whatever the people said about me, they have to draw their own conclusions. I don't even need to know who it is. And I don't even need to know how you feel in this moment. I would like here to bring you peace and as much comfort as possible, and hopefully continue our relationship. But if there's something that has hindered it, I can't move forward, because I know these are two things I've never been described as, and things that I know that I'm not. So I'm not going to sit here and try to prove to you, try to analyze where it happened or what it was. You're just going to have to take in consideration who said those things and why, and map out to this point of what they said previously and where it's at now. Because hurt people, right? But secure people as well. And insecure people make other people feel insecure. And so you have to ask the question, are those people that are secure, or are they insecure? Are these people that give themselves love and have self-love, or not? And those are the three dimensions that I go by. Because yeah, three dimensions I'll get in at the end of this talk. But yeah, I told her, I said, look, I can only control my attitude and my actions. And I've realized I've let go of all outcome in most situations that I've been in. And I can't control anything outside of myself. And so whoever wants to talk shit, perfectly fine. I'm here for a month. I'm here to save up money, and I have millions of people that I'm going to impact. I don't have to deal with whoever the fuck it is on a boat in Alaska. My purpose is bigger than this, and something that I really don't need to take in consideration, because I'm not bringing myself down to their level. And she was pretty understanding about it, and she was just, I guess hearing those things about somebody that you care about and you're intimate with, I could definitely see how that. But me with her, I said, the reason I have a problem with this is because you believe that. you believe I'm capable of that. I mean, she doesn't know me though, so I mean, she really talked for a week or so. In that case, I guess I can understand why she needed to fact check and understand where I was at. Now I don't. No stress. I'm moving accordingly. This shit ain't gonna matter in a year. Like, I got bigger shit to focus on that I'm actually gonna make an impact on. I don't have time to deal with this bullshit gossip shit. Really don't. So she ended up apologizing and wanting a hug at the end. I was be like, no, fuck that. Got time for this. But you know what I said? I thought in my head, I said, so for the rest of this time that I'm with her, am I going to punish her for coming to me with a situation that she could easily just not talk to me about and let it fester and become something? Instead, she actually came to me with information and did it appropriately, right? She did it best way possible, dog. Best way possible a human could, or try to. She didn't well out. She didn't come with all this emotion, because she actually has more masculine qualities. So I think she thinks she has more masculine qualities, but I think she thinks more logically about things than most women. Sorry, I don't mean to just be sexist. But so that's what it was. So she apologized for it, and she wanted a hug, and I said, all right, fuck it. Gave her a hug, and then finally embraced her, and we moved forward accordingly. The reason I brought all that shit up is because I ended up trying to, towards the end of which I did a bunch of polar plunges, which was fucking great. I did a bunch of polar plunges, which was fucking great. People I worked with that I invested time into were great. I could eat 5 or 6 times a day. It's fucking great. Smoothies in the morning, connecting with people at a high level. So and so towards the end of my contract, finally about to leave last day, and I'm giving a speech, and I instantly did the "What's good, your boy John J. Hot Red Live Direct for first time," and I instantly caught eyes with this fucking chief mate, whatever the fuck he is, first mate, second mate, I don't fucking know. Instantly met with criticism and judgment. I brushed it aside. I said, "Hey Dave, appreciate you, good man." And then I realized more than half the room don't fuck with me, and that's the reason why I got up and did it, so I could challenge myself. And I didn't meet the challenge. I didn't respond very well to it, honestly. I talked about everything I talked about here, but it was talking about pretty much me feeling misunderstood. I've been misunderstood a lot in my life, but not misrepresented, and that's what happened at the beginning of this contract. And before I mentioned about how my first 3 weeks and my 4 month, a year ago, 4 days before I had that speech, 4 days after I had that speech, so 361 days before July 7th is when I came on the boat. And those first 3 weeks were terrible, but then the rest of the contract was fire, and that's how I felt about this one. Same situation, when being very misrepresented. And so I was being vulnerable with not only half people that didn't fuck with it, but also with other people that aren't even at the point of being able to want to reciprocate this. Like, they're just trying to get through their work day. They're just trying to work their 12 hours, get up, get out. And I didn't meet the challenge, right? I got insecure, started questioning myself. My confidence went. I lost my position, and I wasn't precise, and I'm upset about that. And I was upset, and it was my birthday when I got off the boat, along with not even my birthday, but along with 4th of July being there, and like on the same day I was getting on the boat. So it was supposed to be a fucking fire-ass day, but I was so upset with myself because I know I not only have given speeches before, but I felt I didn't meet up to the challenge of what I knew I was going to go up against. And it's a learning point. And I did it because when I played football, I let fear at one point positively impact me, and then towards the end of my season or end of my career in college, 3 knee surgeries, and I just wasn't the same dude, and I let fear negatively impact me. So I said, nah, I'm in this world to go after and run to pressure. I run away from it. And I'm going to keep putting myself in uncomfortable situations to grow and understand that I'm not going to do what the status quo of everybody else is going to do. I refuse. And I just didn't meet up to that. So afterwards, I got off the boat with the girl. She got off as well, along with 2 other dudes. But I was with her at first, and I just was upset with myself, the situation. I needed to take some time on my own. And then I finally processed it and got myself back in the positive feedback loop. And then talked to her about it. She's very open and understanding about the situation. She didn't realize how much that affected me. So, yeah. But the other 95% of the boat was fucking lit. Like I said, eating good, sleeping comfortably. I'm not gonna lie. Even though comfortably, that would be uncomfortable for a lot of other people, because we're in a room probably as big as this alleyway from here to where you guys are at, maybe a little farther. There's a bed here. There's a bed where that camera's at, a bed underneath it, and then underneath this bed is a bunch of drawers. Right in front of it is like a half bathroom where you have to pull over the curtain just to shower. Well, a cold shower is fire there. We're in Alaska, so I was working out on the top deck, vibing out, getting ready for this journey. So that's what I did for the past month. So I have about $900 right now. About $1,000. Yeah, like $100 cash in my bag probably. But yeah, I have about $1,000 right now. I had $2,000 when I came off, but spent $500 on a GoPro, and then food, transportation, on the move. That's how it works. Money spent. And also things bought on Amazon, because the other fucking night, dog. Oh my God. First day. It's about, like, I'm pretty moist right now. I would say that. I know y'all, most people don't like that word, but pretty fucking moist right now when it comes to humidity. Take another shot of whiskey. Yeah, it's pretty humid here, bro. And so where I slept, what's it called? Last night, that shit was horrid, dog. I talk about mosquitoes. Oh my God. Talk about mosquitoes and it just being hot as shit. Oh my God. I explained that in my last live. I don't gotta explain it again. But what I do want to explain to y'all is next steps. What is happening? Next steps. Next steps. I'm going to Tennessee in a day or two. Well, today I have to get contacts. So I'm going to go maybe an hour and a half of public transportation. Go get an eye exam because my prescription expired. It's a free exam because it's the same people. It's great. Order new contacts. And that being said, I'll be going to Tennessee tomorrow for a family reunion. It's just going to be fucking lit. It's a good time, good people. So I'll be back off the intentionally homeless grind. Probably back on and off after it, but Now I'm gonna see my boy from college, played football with, and also this girl, this woman who I connected with at Temptation. Well, yeah, shouldn't mention that, but fuck it. Because whenever I mention people that go to Temptation, it's like you have to be conscious of if they want you to say anything or not. Regardless, there's 0 people watching this right now. And then, I'm going to Pennsylvania because I got invited to a party from people from Temptation. It's an after dark party. I think it's a pool party too. And then that's in Pennsylvania, so I'm making my way there. And I'm going to Indiana, which I may do a Tough Mudder beforehand. I don't know. We might see. I might wait because I have to explain to y'all what's the next steps of after Indiana. Indiana's sexy pool birthday party. All these 2 parties are people I met at Temptation. I'm the only 20-year-old that's fucking going to this shit. Because they're just thinking about people that are fun, that enjoy having a good time, vibing out. Of course they think of your boy. Of course they think of your boy. Fucking living his best life. That's what happens when you put out some good energy. You get randomly invited to fucking birthday parties. So we'll pull up there. But after that, what is the plan? After that, sorry, this shit has some dirt on it, man. That's the least of my worries, dirt. And that was another thing, I'll finish next after that, was my fucking tarp was still moist from the fucking, like, damp and smelled bad. And I think that's what attracted mosquitoes as well. It was bad. It was in my suitcase. Ugh. So I ended up getting another new tarp because I was like, I'm not dealing with that smell. I'm not dealing with more mosquitoes and bugs. We don't got time for it. Definitely don't got time for it. It's a new tarp. Yeah. But next steps. What's next along this jungle story? Man, what's next is, oh shit, what is next? So after that, after Indiana, I'm starting a Spartan jungle tour. Right? I had a Door to Positivity tour that I did for 2 days, and I said, maybe another time. This shit was ass. But it's supposed to be ass. I knew it was gonna be ass, but another time. I'm gonna do that another time. And just creating my own blueprint. So, gonna travel the states, right? Doing Spartan races, Tough Mudders, and Savage races. And I'll be wearing a pink Power Ranger suit, my boots, and a ski mask to represent the oppression of open relationship dynamics. And others can join if they not only want to join the movement, but also feel like they have something that they're hiding. This is not about, yes, I would love to push the movement of open relationship dynamics being oppressed, and that being the case, but I want to create a community of people that feel the same way that I have. And they felt oppressed or felt like they've had to hide something that is really beautiful to them. And it's important to me because 80% of people couldn't tell people they went to Temptation because of family and societal judgment as well, putting career risk and legal ramifications of ownership rights, houses, and being lost, and fucking inheritance, grandparents saying, I don't fuck with that. And then shit, custody rights of kids, and ostracized at church and shit, losing military rank, contracts for jobs that said that career risk. But something that I want to inevitably with these Spartan races be able to run this and start a movement with that, raise $100,000 for the Jungle Fever. And the Jungle Fever is a facility that I would like to cultivate the same energy that I had at Temptation in the States. And that energy consists of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, individuality, overall just open communication, trust, no judgment, the understanding of people having a place to be free and have fun and overall just can be themselves. And I want to attract that dynamic of people. And that environment is going to be clothing optional, along with ski masks being color coded based on your relationship status and what you represent. So, for example, teal might mean polygamy or polyamory. Orange will mean open relationship swinger, which I might switch it to yellow. And then red means ready to fuck. But I might switch that to green because we'll see. But green is monogamy, and then I have a whole list of it. And people wear ski masks coming in, or they can bring their own mask that they feel the most comfortable in that represents them. And or colors, or the color coding, or just stick with the color coding of they don't need to hide their face. And I'm going to create that environment for myself while also running these races and fundraising enough money for it. So that's the goal. Raise $100,000 just to start, to have a place to build this community. And also I'll be doing not only that, but I'll do not only Jungle Fever, the goal, Spartan races, but also with the Jungle podcast. I'll be having sex therapists, relationship coaches, along with swingers, people that are in relationships, to come on the podcast to talk about how they felt oppressed in their environments, and also their stories along with that. Talk about storytelling mindset, and also the oppression of open relationship dynamics and why it's come to that, and how not saying that monogamy is bad. I'm just I'm putting out there that there are multiple ways and alternatives out here for people to be able to express themselves in their life. Just want people to know there's alternatives, and there's not one form of love. That's it. Simple, easy. And then I'll be doing jungle givebacks to the community. So I'll be going to using the app Too Good to Go, buying stuff, buying food, and be able to give it out, and hopefully be able to get to the point of giving care packages, which, and then hopefully creating my own jungle give back program where I go in to speak to homeless shelters and people that are homeless and get them in a program where they can earn their way back into society the right way, not by rehab or just being given money, because both those things don't work. If you don't change your environment, your behavior will never change. So I plan on putting them in an environment where they have and everything's gonna be recorded, they have the opportunity to not only get a job, get educated, while also going through a certain mental practice purpose of talking to therapists, speaking to therapists once a week. They take cold showers, they work out consistently, they then have a job and find a way to get back their identification, everything they need. And if they don't, then when I go to these homeless shelters, give the speeches, I plan on them telling their story and posting on social media, and having people donate money to, and then watch them earn the money that they've been donated. Yeah. And people can watch it. I'll put them in a house and document their whole journey. So that's the goal. Spartan race, Spartan jungle tour, jungle Spartan tour, the jungle Spartan tour. I don't know which one I want to call it. Jungle tour. Let's call it the jungle tour. Fuck it, the jungle tour. And yeah, I'm just gonna call it the jungle tour. Fuck it, that's sexier. Go on the jungle tour. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it, the jungle tour. I just said that like 5 times. But the jungle tour, the jungle podcast, jungle givebacks. That's what I'm focusing on. So sometimes you just have to talk to yourself. And this has been it's been like a journal for me, right? To be able to express my thoughts, for people to see, and for me to be able to say it out loud and express it confidently and accordingly. And while there is no pressure, I guess, to a certain degree, but it's important. So yeah, that's what the goal is. I'm gonna have some fun, like I did on my last. Each time I get off the boat, I always tend to have a little bit of fun before go back into the carnage. And what's crazy with my last time, my one contract when I went to Panama, Costa Rica, made about $2,000 or so, and I bought a laptop and that shit got fucking stolen. Y'all haven't even seen that shit. Y'all haven't even fucking. There's so much that I haven't posted yet. I'm on day 116. I'm on day 18. It's what you guys have fully seen. So I'm just trying to catch up on that. Make that work. So I really appreciate y'all tuning in for who gets to see this, because it's important to me, right? This is my life, obviously, potentially homeless. But no, I really do appreciate y'all for being here, for who's watching, because some of these lives get 500-600 views, even 1,000K, 1K. So it's really a beautiful thing that people want to watch this. And I won't take that for granted. So I appreciate y'all, really do. But take a double shot of whiskey. All right. Oh. All right, let me show y'all where I slept, and then I'm gonna be off to get some contacts. Go do this eye exam. All right, fucking sweating my ass off.